Hello sir, my name is Ketu Patel. I am going to present Assessment 3 Shopping Mall Management System by Python. The first one is Introduction. The shopping mall management system combines all the different parts you need to run a store, keep track of goods, make sales, and keep customer information in a shopping mall that is always changing. This application comes from realizing how important it is to have a combined system that simplifies many different tasks and makes them more efficient and accurate in the busy retail world. The system computer language is Python, and its user interface with graphics is Tincture. This makes the system easy for user to move through its functions. The main goal of this program is to improve operating efficiency and the customer expertise in a shopping mall. The features that are all built in include managing stores, keeping track of goods, handling sales, and managing customer data. This shows a more modern way of managing stores as a whole. The part that follow will go into more detail about the system objective, design, implementation, testing, documents, and release. This section will show how well the application work in the real world when it comes to the shopping mall problems. Here the functional requirements, store management include new shops information like name, address, and phone number. Update the store current data. Store that are not in use should be deleted. Inventory control, monitor and oversee the stock of good in stores. Add fresh goods to the stock. Adjust the product quantity when stock levels are low. Replace goods. Sales management. Sales management is the effective processing of sales transactions. Create a receipt for every transaction. Ensure you have through sales history. Client management involves keeping track of client information such as a control data. Keep track of past purchases made by customers. Establish a loyalty program to provide loyal customers discounts. The non-function requirements user-friendly interface to make the program easier to use for cashier and administrators. It should have an intuitive interface. Safe data access and storage. All private information such as client list and sales data has to be kept in a safe location. Features access. Access to certain features and information have to be limited according to the responsibility of the user, admin shop manage, and cashier. Quick and effective performance. The program should work quick and effectively, require little reaction time for operations like processing transaction or updating inventory. The next one is use case diagram. Here is the four different players of the shopping mall. First one is customer, which is looking for view sale history and make purchases, and then a cashier looking for process sales, and then the store manager, which is responsible for process sales, manage stores, manage inventories, and the main one is the admin, which is looking for the process sales, manage stores, manage inventory, and manage customers. The next one is a class diagram. Here is a four different class and like a store, inventory, sales, and customers, and different IDs like a store ID, name, location, contact, add store, update store, remove store, and etc. The next one is the implemented features like shop run. The next one is the keeping track of inventory, management of sales, and the taking care of customers. Here is the important libraries, data structures, and algorithm. The first one is the taking care of database. SQLite was updated to make the database and keep it running. For this purpose, it offers a small file-based database system that work well. The second one is the GUI, graphical user interface. Library name is Tincture, and the usage is the applicant GUI was made with Tincture. It make it easier to make system that are dynamic and easy to use. The third one is a serialization of JSONs. JSONs library is the tool was used to serialize and de-serialize the sales class list of per products. It makes it possible to store and get back complex data structures. The strategies of implementation, object-oriented design, user interface, database scheme, data serialization, error handling, security, and efficiency. The unit testing, type of store, type of inventory, class of sales, and type of customers. The next one is integration testing. Situation finish the sales process, add a shop, keep the store stock up to date, bring in the new customer, complete deal for the customer, and look at the past sales. Situation taking care of inventory, add shop, keep the store stock up to date, bring back a good, check out the new collections. Challenges and steps to take. Database connection. The challenge is to make sure that the database relationship work correctly during test. Resolution to test without changing the real application database in memory. SQLite database were used. The second one is GUI testing. The task is to test the graphical user interface resolution. The GUI was tested by hand to make sure the user experience was smooth. The data serialization. The challenge is to make sure that product lists are correctly serialized and is serialized. Handling errors. The challenge is to make sure that handling errors is solid. The testing for performance, figuring out how well the app work where it being used by a lot of people. Output of the dashboard. This is the documentation how the process is work. The shopping mall management system is going to be set up to so that the application is hosted on a virtual private server, VPS, or dedicated server. The server you choose should have Linux OS like Ubuntu installed on it. The web server should be Apache or Nginx, and the database server should be SQLite. The program can't be run without the Python runtime, especially version 3.x. Dependency will be installed, and the application code will be sent to the server, and environment variables with the private data will be set to stay safe from possible security holes. It's important to keep the operating system, web server, as well as Python code up to date. Optimization of speed also includes method like database crawling, caching, code optimization, load sharing if needed. The shopping mall management system aims to provide a safe, effective, as well as expandable way to handle stored data, merchandise sales, and customer information by following this detailed rollout plans, as well adding performance as well as security measures. This is the deployment of the Python. Conclusion: the software development method used in this study has effectively resulted into successful adoption of features like managing stores, keeping track of goods, handling sales, and managing customer data. This program has become easier to work with because Python Trinter was employed in making a user-friendly interface. During the creation process, problems were solved and useful lessons were learned. One important things I learned was how important it is to do throughout testing like unit testing and integration testing to make sure that all of the different parts of the system work correctly and without any problems. Dealing with problem like database like during testing, complicated GUI testing, and making sure that data was serialized correctly made the learning process more in depth. In the future, there is a room for upgraded and changes. Advanced security features like multi-factor logging could be added to the app to make it even safer for user to access. Furthermore, adding data analytics tools to learn from past sales and customer behavior could give useful information for making smart decisions. The user interface will improve over time to make it even easier to use, and choices for cloud-based setup will be looked into make it more scalable. Here is the references. This is the code screenshot. This is a database connection, inventory class, sales class, customer class, UI class code. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you, sir.